Andrew, you've had phenomenal success in your ministry. You pastored a great church in Clemsick and then in Paradise. You led the movement, and we saw phenomenal growth. For pastors that are wanting to know how to grow their church, what principles would you recommend, or what suggestions could you give them as some form of help?
I put it down to 12 things that I've done at Paradise over the years, 12 principles that I've followed, and I teach that in my seminars all across the world. But if we can even bring it down to 4, which makes it much simpler for us all, and that are these. 1, a very consistent and well-organized and passionate prayer base, so that you, not just you, but the congregation are involved in praying. And I suggest that we ask people to give 1 day a month to prayer and fasting, plus regular prayer meetings that you adjust according to your own program. Secondly, that your preaching needs to be needs-based, that you reach to the hearts of people and you reach to their needs. There's a sort of thrust out there that unless you're preaching hellfire and judging and brimstone, you're not really preaching the gospel. Well, the goodness of God brings men to repentance, it says in Romans. And people have to know, of course, that they're sinners, but they have to have hope. And you have to bring a message of hope and positive message so that the people come to church can find help for their needs and their burdens and their tragedies and their crises. And if you minister along that line, you'll find people will come because you're fulfilling the law of profit and loss. Now, the law of profit and loss is people go wherever they're going to profit something. And we're all the same. If there were 4 seminars in Adelaide or in Brisbane, you'd go to the one that's going to profit you the most. So people will come to a church where they feel they're going to get help and where they're going to get profit. They're not going to come to a church where they're going to get condemned every week or they're going to be bored out of their mind, but they're going to go to a church where they're going to profit something. So the preaching has to be positive preaching. Number 3, you need the good administration. Now, this is often lacking in churches and pastor skills, but you need to learn how to administer. Nothing occurs without good organization. They say that John Wesley and John Whitefield were the 2 contemporaries, and Whitefield was a better preacher than Wesley, but Wesley was a better organizer. And the result of what Whitley preached had got great crowds, but he didn't organize them and he left nothing to the future, while Wesley organized his converts into small groups and so on, and he founded the Methodist Church. And organization plays a very great part in your local congregation, that you've got it well organized, well structured. And then the last thing that is very important is that you care, and you have programs of caring. You have follow-up programs, you have home group programs, you care for all the various aspects of your society that have needs. You care for the divorcees, you care for the seniors, you care for the young people, and you have a program to reach each of them. And if you put those 4 principles in action, you will grow. Nothing will stop you growing. And there's 4 things again: positive preaching, powerful prayer, good organization, and well-organized care program that cause growth.